How is it going, guys? LinuxDaily back with another distro review. Today's distro review will be taking a look at openSUSE Linux. So it looks like there's a couple options here. Tumbleweed or Leap. This one looks like it's a rolling release, and then this one's more of a like Ubuntu, where it's like it's not a rolling release. I don't remember what you exactly call them at the moment. But the ISO file for the Tumbleweed one, which is what I downloaded, is huge at 4.7 gigs for the install image. They do have a lot of different options here for you to look at. But with that being said, let's go to the initial install and review. Alright guys, we are at the boot menu of openSUSE. We have boot from hard disk, installation, upgrade, or more. Under more we got rescue, boot Linux system, and all that other stuff. So with that being said, I don't know how to go back. Oh, there we go. Press escape. We're gonna go to the installation. So click out of this little menu, and it is going to boot up in a real similar manner to CentOS. It is taking quite a while to boot. Alright, we are at pretty much the installation screen. It's still initializing at the moment, so it shouldn't be too much longer. Alright, so we got a couple of we got a license agreement, keyboard layout, and all that. I'm just gonna click next. It's going to initialize the installation. Oh, this is nice. Desktop with KDE, desktop with GNOME, generic desktop. Don't know what DE that would be though. Server or transactional server. I am going to go desktop with GNOME, but it does include server options, which is really nice. Click next and click next. So it's gonna get the time from NTP. That's a really fancy looking map. I'm gonna click oh, that is Chicago. Alright. Full name LinuxDaily. We're just having a very secure password. Alright, use the same password for administrator. No, and I'm also gonna disable login, automatic login. It is too, yeah, I want to really use this password. Alright, so I turned off the root password thing, so we have to make another one. I don't know why it has a test keyboard layout, but typed in a very secure password. Yes, I want to really use that one. grub2 /dev/sda. GNOME with Wayland, GNOME DE. Yep, this all looks right to me. Firewall and SSH will be enabled, which is perfect. I'm going to click that and install. So at this point, I'm going to assume that it's going to just install everything. So I will get back to you when that is complete. Alright guys, the thing automatically rebooted after the installation. So we're going to go ahead and boot from hard disk. And it pulls up that. And then openSUSE. So it looks like it's just going to boot up from here. I'm actually going to clear that. So it gives us a nice little boot screen here, which we could also switch from with the arrow keys. So if you want to know what's going on, right there. We can keep it neat and simple right here, which is all personal preference. So it is loaded. openSUSE Tumbleweed. It's an interesting name for a Linux distribution. So here we are, typing a very secure password. And we are back with this screen. And Gnome has loaded. Yep, so it comes with Gnome 2, I'm pretty sure I saw. Let's check what comes pre-installed with openSUSE here. So obviously you get calculator, cheese, webcam, booth, chess, clocks, contacts. I'm gonna assume that's the dictionary. GIMP for editing photos, Firefox files. All this is pretty much self-explanatory. I don't know what this is. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I think this is a game. Oh, it's Reversey. Not the slightest clue how to play that. But we got Reversey, LFTP, and then LibreOffice pre-installed. Looks like we get some more games. Pigeon, the software center, that's Gnome software. That looks like Tetris, settings, tweaks. It comes with Gnome Tweaks by default. You don't have to install it. I know some of them you have to install Gnome Tweaks. But it looks like that's it for in software. It is pretty loaded. That's probably why the ISO was like 4 gigs. We got some updates. Let's take a look at the system settings here. Background. Gnome is not really known to be the most customizable. It comes with one icon, one desktop background. And then the screen is really off center for me. Yeah, it looks like it only comes with one. And it looks like the whole thing kind of looks weird for me. I don't know what's going on with the thing, but I'll just live with it for now. So Gnome isn't the most customizable. openSUSE only really comes with one desktop background. Of course, you can go to Firefox and go grab a better one. Transmission. So Gnome software. Let's go shopping. So pretty self-explanatory. I'm pretty sure this is its own Linux distribution. I don't think it's built off of anything. Kden Live, K3B. All this is just right here. Pretty useful, actually. But yeah, it's just your average software center. Speaking of the terminal, well, we haven't really talked about the terminal, but being built off of anything, I don't know what this RAR is for, but alright. Alright, so it looks like we got apt. So I cannot type today. Screen fetch. Type in the very secure password. I'm going to continue. I'm not a big fan of this white on black terminal. I'm used to the dark terminal. So we type in screen fetch, and then here we are, the openSUSE logo, the little gecko, I think it is. But yeah, this is running the 4.18 kernel, so it's a pretty decently recent kernel. My Manjaro one's on 4.14. Bash 4.4 for your shell. Gnome, of course, that's what we picked. Then just some other specs. So that's that. Yeah, Gnome on these openSUSE, pretty nice. Power statistics, notes. What is this? Package sources. So we can add repositories, it looks like, from right here. So that is neat. So well, I haven't really done any messing around with openSUSE, but it looks like your average Linux distribution. So on their website, they claim they have a server. I see this in servers a lot, actually, openSUSE. They did have a really similar install to CentOS, actually. Now the sleep one is not the rolling release, which is neat. So one day I have to see what the server openSUSE is like. Want to check that one out, see if it includes a user interface or just all a command line thing like Ubuntu server. So Gnome Tweaks Top Bar. Let's see what we can do with there. And of course the thing is just a little too big. It might be because of the scaled mode, because I'm working off i3 right now. Put the date up there. Seconds, I don't need that. Week numbers. Not exactly sure where those go. This is not a laptop, so I don't need battery percentage. Workspaces. Now for me, I don't like workspaces, so I'll just keep that at 1. Windows, focus on hover, I like that. Not just me. When you move, let's open up file browser to prove this point here, or whatever. So it focuses, I didn't turn it on yet. Click the focus on hover. So move this over to the side. So you can see when I hover over the window, it focuses on that window. I like that. So you could change that from there. So appearance, here's where you change your icon theme. Pretty much all Gnome stuff here. So any distribution that has Gnome will have that same thing. Click this, pull up this menu. So yeah, it's a pretty well off Linux distribution. My thoughts, I think it's pretty nice. I would probably recommend this one for a newer user. So it wasn't that hard to install at all. But I'd probably recommend the one that's not the rolling release. This one is the rolling release, so probably wouldn't recommend this one because you could update it and it won't work. But typically that's more of an Arch kind of thing. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next one.